Chapter 7, The Telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet was still as blue as it was. That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a star, but how strange. It's so far away, but it feels so close. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. No. Go back. Wait. No. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright windy days. And I want to go home. I want to go home right now. The girl burst into tears and Loomis didn't know what to do. I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother. The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I know all along because she wasn't out there in the sky. Because she's sleeping under the tree on the hill. The girl's cries echoed through the stars and a hush fell over the area. Chapter 8, The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. Mama, you'll still have me. And don't be sad about your mama because she's a part of you. That means she'll always be close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama. No, the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face. Then it was soon replaced by a grin. I have an idea. I will transform into a comet. A soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey. With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared into the sky just as quickly as started to plummet back down. Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail. Then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we can become all of these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes some special smile, said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? All the Lumas together said, No more crying, Mama. Thank you, said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Chapter 9? No, final chapter. Family. With its many Lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for the new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, Alright everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with starbits. Then it'll be a star cake. The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. She watched the Luma scurry about. The girl smiled and thought to herself, this is my family now, and I'll stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest. That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her, reminding her of the blue planet she once called home. But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years. So, to nap in my favorite sleeping nook. The comet carrying the Lumas, and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years. Its proud white tail glittering in the sky. The end.
That's all.
That's all. My story is finished. Well. Alright, with that covered, that's it for that story. I'm sorry it took a while. That's why by the time of uploading this thing would have been put in parts. So I'll send you guys off for this episode with a flight, I guess. I don't know. So thank you for watching. See you guys later, I guess.